I am Damonous. Jesus is my king. You are my family. Hello, I am Damonous, and thanks for joining. Well, here we go again. Another mainstream media story, blown up out of proportion, I believe. Donald Trump Jr. today released some emails that he had in the summertime. And this exposes exchange that promised dirt on Clinton as part of Russia and its government support for Mr. Trump. In these emails, some of the things they contained, notable parts. Goldstone, who was a Russian producer, music producer of some sort, who was friends or acquaintances with Donald Trump. So was contacting, saying, hey, I've got this person, this Russian attorney, this Natalia Veselnitskaya, and she claims to have information on Hillary Clinton that could be helpful to the Trump campaign. So he said, the Crown prosecutor of Russia, which there's no such thing, offered to provide the Trump campaign with some official documents and information that would incriminate Hillary and her dealings with Russia and would be very useful to your father. Goldstone also wrote that the information is part of Russia and its government support for Mr. Trump. And then Don Jr. wrote back, if it's what you say, I love it, especially later in the summer. Now, we don't have to guess what's in these emails like we do with Hillary Clinton and John Podesta, who that had to come out through WikiLeaks. Don Trump Jr. released it on his Twitter account. And although it says it's 4 pages, it sounds like it's an enormous exchange. It's really 4 pages of a lot of email footers from phone messages back and forth. And it is really, those statements there are the biggest part of this, but you can read it for yourself. I'll give you a link if you haven't seen it already. And then there's this article from Bustle.com, which talks a little bit about who is Natalia Veselnitskaya. And it just talks about how she had a law firm in Moscow, and she represented businessmen accused of fraud. So I'm presuming what this article is talking about is somehow maybe her firm was flagged or she was flagged because of the 2012 Magnitsky Act, which prevents, denies visas to Russians believed to have been involved in human rights violations. So that's one of her hot button items, apparently, at least according to this article. And they're saying that, she even has said recently that she and Donald Trump Jr. talked nothing at all of the presidential campaign, and she's never acted on behalf of the Russian government. And then, it says here, according to Trump Jr., the meeting turned out to be a dud as her statements on the matter were supposedly vague. The president's son went on to state that he believes that Veselnitskaya's intention was to primarily discuss the Magnitsky Act, which isn't that far-fetched of a claim considering her history. All this isn't enough to stop the mainstream media from blowing this up. Legal experts say Donald Trump Jr. has just confessed to a federal crime. So they even come down here and you say, why Trump Jr. may have broken the law. The statute in question, and they give you a link, this is great. And I think this is the thing I personally really hate about the mainstream media. And I've hated it long before the Trump campaign. We're talking decades ago. They do this. See, they think you and me are never going to click that link, that we're never going to read it ourselves, and we're never going to think about it for ourselves. We're just going to think about their editorial disguised as news. So in here they say, they give you a passage, and they say, a foreign national shall not, directly or indirectly, make a contribution or a donation of money or other thing of value, or expressly or impliedly promise to make a contribution or a donation in connection with any federal, state, or local election. So if you just take that one piece, you could then kind of see where they're trying to go and saying, oh, that information was valuable. That's actually what they say here. The crucial phrase here is other thing of value. Legal experts tell me. It means that the law extends beyond just cash donations. Foreigners are also banned from providing other kinds of contributions that would be the functional equivalent of a campaign donation, just provided in the form of services rather than goods, like, say, damaging information the Russian government collected about Hillary Clinton. So they're trying to say that this information that this person might have had would have been valuable because campaigns spend money to dig up information. But let's look at the reality. And even before we get into that, I'd like to point out this reminds me very much of something that happened recently last year. And some of you may remember this, and I think I have a clip of this in a prior video. This is when CNN's Chris Cuomo from New Day said, hey, remember, it's illegal to possess the WikiLeaks Clinton emails, but it's different for the media. Now, it's interesting, too. I went to a lot of mainstream links here, and the video is removed. So the CNN is also actually trying to get its friends to take down this video because they don't want people seeing this. And so even in here, this is a funny story. So this is, the Washington Post even, and it says, oh, isn't it lovely to be so special? So specially immune from the law, except that it's not at all different from the media. The First Amendment offers the same protection to the media as to the rest of us, including when it comes to possessing or distributing illegally obtained material, so long as you weren't involved in the original illegal hack or interception or leak. So, again, here we have...
Also interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us. And in full disclosure, let's take a look at...
Full disclosure. So, so here again, the parallel again, I just want to clarify. The parallel that I'm seeing here is they're saying, ooh, it's illegal for Donald Trump Jr. or anyone in the campaign to have received information from someone. What extent does this go to, really? If someone said, hey, I know this, why don't you look here? Would that have been illegal too? I think with the way the media is going these days, that would have been illegal too. But, let's get back to, hey, they give us a link, right? 52 USC 30121, 36 USC 510. So I click that link and that heads over to here, and it gives you information. It gives you the full quotation, right, or the full sourcing of their quotation. And it's prohibition on contributions, donations, expenditures, independent expenditures, and disbursements by foreign nationals. Definitions for the purposes of this section. Disbursement has the same meaning as another section. And if we go there, it talks just about monetary issues. Donation, monetary. And even here we can see, right, this whole article is prohibition on contributions, donations, and expenditures. Monetary, clear monetary things. Not that, ooh, the information might have been equivalent to money. No, it's actual monetary. And I think this is why Don Trump Jr. released this. I'm sure he's got pretty good lawyers. Anyway, so if that's not enough for you, then I think the other thing we need to look at is, hey, what does the Federal Election Commission say? If we go here on the government site, this talks about, what's prohibited. And again, the prohibition prohibits any foreign national from contributing, donating, or spending funds in connection with any federal, state, blah, blah, local election. It is unlawful to help foreign nationals violate the ban or to solicit, receive, or accept contributions or donations from them. This is monetary. This is all in the context of monetary, not information. I mean, we're really talking about the First Amendment here. We are talking about the same thing as that Chris Cuomo thing. The First Amendment. It's to get information from someone, to speak to someone, is not illegal. And I can't see, who knows what's going to happen in days to come. But I cannot see how this is anything other than utter insanity. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Catch me on these alternate media sources.